once again. Today I have a special guest with us. Her name is Kayla. Kayla will be sharing her story with us. I believe it's encouraging to other ladies. So I hope you guys find it informative. So here we go. Hey, Kayla.
Hi,
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
You know I'm good, girl. So normally I ask my guests, to tell me a little bit about themselves, but today I want to do something a little different. Can you just give me one word that best describe you?
Strong.
Strong. Okay, out of all the words you picked, strong. So can we emphasize on that a little? Why do you feel as though you're strong?
I say strong because of what you know me
Right.
and everything that I've been through, and I still haven't let that bring me down. And
Right.
I feel like because I have three kids and one on the way, I have to be strong for them.
It's
So,
amazing, yeah. Like women, we always have to be strong. I mean, we have children that we have to
yeah,
look after. They have to see us in that light. And sometimes it's just like I just want to be weak. Like, why do I always have to be strong?
girl,
But I mean, it's life. It's
yeah,
gotta do. So I wanted to ask you another question. Would you say that looking at your past to now, you've grown in a positive way?
yes, um, because now I know, like, there's certain things that I'm not, as far as relationships go, going to take anymore.
Hmm.
Um, I know what I want. I know what's best for me. I know, like, you ain't about to just BS me in a relationship.
Right. You're not gonna do what you want to do. I know my worth
No,
now. Like,
yes, definitely.
right. Exactly. So can you say that you're more confident now?
Yes. It took me a long time to get here, but yes.
So I want to touch on that a little bit, Kayla, because you said it took you a long time to get here. Now, confidence, I feel as though that's something you go into a relationship with. Did you go
Hmm.
into your last relationship with confidence, and then during that relationship you became a little bit insecure and it started to fade away?
No, I would honestly have to say no.
Okay.
And I say that because, you get in relationships, and because the guy is messing up, you kind of question yourself.
Right.
So it's like, well, dang, like, what's wrong with me? What am I doing
Right.
wrong? And then you see, like, say there's infidelity, you see their, the girls that they're cheating on you with, and you're
Mhm.
like, okay, so I know I'm not the cutest thing in the world,
Right.
but you was messing with that, like, no,
It's
no.
crazy because I can relate. In my past, I went through something like that, whereas though, I was being cheated on, and then like I would find out who I was cheated on with, and I'm like, you putting me in that category, you know?
Hmm.
So I'm like,
It makes
okay,
you
all
question
right,
yourself. It definitely makes you question yourself,
right,
and it takes a hit at your confidence.
yeah,
It definitely does, especially when it's something that's done repeatedly.
right.
So yeah, my last relationship going into it definitely was not confident.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about your first relationship because this is the tea, guys. No, but seriously, let's talk about that because what I see is a strong woman who, I'm sure endured a lot. So, how long were you married?
Married for 5 years. We were together for 10.
Wow, so altogether 15 years.
No, 10. 10. We were together for a total of 10 years, but out of the 10 years, we were married for 5.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so how was it in the beginning? Did you see any signs or was it you seen signs? Why we always ignore the signs?
Okay, so you see signs, and then it's like, and it's not just signs, it's like hard evidence.
Right, we
And
make excuses.
make excuses. And I'm 4 years older than he is.
Right.
So it's just like, men, they say, mature at a slower rate than females. So it's just like, you try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but then how many benefits of the doubts are you going to give them?
Exactly.
But yeah, I definitely saw signs in the beginning of the relationship, and I tried to make excuses.
Hmm.
I saw potential, but I'm not dating your potential.
Girl, say that again.
I'm not dating, like, and now, like, I need you to be 100% like ready to go, because I ain't got time to raise no man.
Listen, You know, it's crazy. I definitely understand and I can relate to that because, you know, I in my last relationship as well, I seen signs, but
Mm-hmm.
because I was so blind, I was ignoring all the signs, and it took me to get out of that relationship to see everything that people was telling me. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was like
Definitely.
more so like I told you so, but it was right in my face the whole time. But sometimes we have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Would you agree? Like sometimes you have to go through certain things to leave that situation because no matter how many times people will tell you or how many signs you get, you would still stay in that toxic situation until you're ready to walk away, right?
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. And it took me 10 years to do that. 10 years and 2 children later, but I mean, I felt that I did what was best for me.
Mm,
And my kids, I didn't want them to constantly see us arguing. I didn't want
right.
them to constantly see me um, upset and crying, and you know what I'm saying, just not my best. And it was definitely hard.
And then
Definitely.
it's a lot on you as well, especially raising a daughter. You know, I feel like when you're raising a daughter, you have to be extra hard on your environment in the home
Hmm.
because you don't want no man, I don't care her father or not, disrespecting you
Right.
or, you know, doing you wrong and your daughter is witnessing all this because then when she get older, she's gonna think it's all right.
Right. Definitely.
That's what I believe. Anyway.
Definitely.
So I believe that it's very important to watch the company you have around, especially when you're raising children.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
okay, when did the cheating start?
In the beginning,
In the beginning. Okay, and then what? Okay, so what made you take him back the first time?
I loved him.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sounds crazy, but
No, no,
like
no. I definitely
I'm.
understand. I'm sure a lot of ladies can relate to that.
Mhm. Yeah, like I loved him like madly in love with this guy, and it's like okay, we, every couple has, their rough spots. We can get
Right.
through this, but it's like no matter how many times you forgive them, like they if they see they can get away with it once, they're gonna keep doing it
Do you
because they know they can come back.
right? Did you feel like deep down in your heart, did you ever feel like he can change?
Yes,
You did?
yes. I felt like he could change, but on his time. Like you can't, and I know people always hear this. You cannot change a man. They
That's
they
true.
they're gonna want to change if they want to change,
That's
and
true.
I guess I wasn't the person that he wanted to change for. So I just had to do what I had to do.
Did you ever ask him why? Like, why are you doing this to our family? Why are you cheating on me? Why are you jeopardizing everything that we have?
Plenty of times,
Did he
and
ever give you an answer?
it was it was always one of those like textbook answers. It was, it's nothing wrong with you. I have stuff that I need to work on. And it's just like, well, Ninja, how long do you expect me to wait? Like,
Right, right.
how long do you expect me to wait for you to get your life together? And the answer that he gave me was the answer that I needed to hear. He told me, as long as it takes.
Was that the last straw for you, or did you take him back again?
No, no, ma'am.
that
That's,
that wasn't the last straw.
no, I mean, it was.
Oh, it was the last straw.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as it takes. Like, what do you mean? It's already been 10 years. What do you mean as long as it takes?
So, Kayla, I remember when you was going through your situation and what was it that besides him saying, I'm not as long as it takes, what else was it that made you say I'm better than this? It's time to move forward.
Um, so when I was pregnant with our second son in
Mm,
2017, um, I was 7.5 months pregnant,
mm.
and he told me he wanted to leave me. And we're married. What do you mean?
Right. With three
You can leave,
kids.
you can leave me and go to the living room and cool off. But what do you mean, like you want to leave me? And so he literally got his stuff and went and moved with his friend. And for 4 months, So going in, like delivering my son, we weren't together.
That's
And
crazy.
like when I had him, like, I mean, I always cry when I deliver my children, but when I had him, it wasn't like happy tears.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, I just felt like that moment was stripped away from me because I'm already dealing with
A lot.
a lot. So yeah, so I mean, he left me and he was dating this girl from work
While you was pregnant.
while I was pregnant, and you know that really hit me hard, like suicidal hard.
Wow.
And like I was, and it's gonna sound bad, but like it was to the point to where I was cutting myself while I was
Sorry.
pregnant.
I'm sorry, I'm listening.
Okay. So, you know, I was cutting myself while I was pregnant, and you know, it just like one day I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. So after end of December, after I had him, I was just like, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. In
I'm sorry.
February, you good?
Yeah, I don't know why
Okay.
my phone was on do not disturb and quiet and it's still ringing.
Oh,
That's
so
the
like,
enemy, girl. But I'm listening.
so in February, you know, we decided to try to make it work,
Mm.
despite him leaving me for someone else. So, you know, we decided to try to make it work, but I could not get over that.
And you know
I,
what's crazy? I believe you. It's like even though you try to move forward and try to, make it work just for the sake of your family, it's like
mhm.
each time in the back of your head, it's like, are you still talking to her? Are you talking to somebody
And
else?
he was,
He was.
and he was,
How did you find out he was, Kayla?
because you know I'm a detective. I need my own private investigation firm, but I
Seriously.
found out that I found out that he was, and you know they always say if you go looking for something, you're gonna find it,
That's
and I
true.
found it, and like for a until 2000 May of 2019. So from February 2018 to May of 2019, I tried. I tried to forget it. I tried to like put that in the back of my mind and try to move forward with our marriage and with our relationship. But
Right.
because I knew he was still talking to her, like that bothered me because it's like, I don't know what you're doing.
And it's like I'm giving you another chance on top of all the other chances, and you're still not trying to be faithful to me.
Right. Right. You're
I,
still talking to her. You're still entertaining her. Like, and you're telling me you're not. So you're lying on top of that. So like, you know, and when before we got back together, we did have a discussion and I said, you know, in order for you to come back home, I need X, Y, and Z to be done. I need you to stop
Mhm.
talking to her. Like, there's no reason why you should still be communicating with her.
Right.
Um, and we need to go to marriage counseling.
Right.
And I felt that, you know, just having that third party, that neutral third party to listen to both sides would help us.
Mhm.
But he didn't really feel the same way. So, you know, after I told him um that, you know, I wanted to separate and, you know, I just couldn't do it anymore, that's when he tried to do the marriage counseling. And at that point I felt, you know, it was just like it's too little, too late. You're trying too late.
So what you're
I gave
saying
you a
is,
whole year.
so what you're saying is, after all the times that he cheated, it appears that you was putting in more work than him to try to make it work. And then when you decided to walk away from that situation, he said, "Okay, now I see that you're serious, and I see that you
Hmm.
are gonna leave me this time. So let me get myself together and make it work with you." But at that time, it was too late.
Girl, too late. When I'm gone, like mentally,
Right.
that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I love you. I will always have love for you. You're the father of my children. But at the end of the day, like, this is not good.
Right.
Like, when I tell you definition of a toxic relationship, they need to have our our picture next to that
No,
definition.
listen, no, I had a toxic situation as well. And honestly, I feel like it's really good when you get your power back And when you
Mhm.
finally get over that situation and you say, I'm done, I'm not coming back,
Yeah.
and you mean what you say. See, the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of times people judge you. You know what I'm saying? When women
Mhm.
know your situation, they're quick to judge or talk about you
Yes.
and say, I can't believe she's still with him. She's tolerating all that. But they don't know what you put in that, and they don't also know what you're dealing with inside, emotionally and physically.
Right.
So
Right.
honestly, my opinion is, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you what my take on what's going on. If you don't
Mhm.
ask me, I'm gonna mind my business. But I
Right.
do understand that it's a process. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't
Yeah.
just tell somebody to leave her husband in which she's known for 15 years. You know,
Right.
and who has two kids, who she has two kids by. So you can't,
Right.
I can't just tell you to leave. You have to leave when you're ready. And honestly, the best thing for you is when you left that situation. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you believe that your life started to escalate when you left?
Um. Yes. And it's just so weird because I was with this person from age of 22 to 32.
Wow.
So it's just like, he's really all I know. You know what I'm saying? We built this family together. So again, it was hard as fuck.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, excuse my language.
You're
It was
fine.
it was hard. One of the hardest thing I had to do.
Right.
And like even after, so we were separated for a year
Mm.
and then we got divorced in April of
Hmm.
this year. It was finalized. And when I got the phone call from circuit court telling me that the judge had signed the divorce, I cried. And it was just like, it was bittersweet, but also at the same time, it was just like, like I really went through with this.
Girl, what
Like,
made you cry?
because like I said, I will always have love for him. I will always love him.
Right.
But it's just like to see, I never thought our relationship would end up like this.
Right.
Never in a million years thought our relationship would end up like this. So just like to see how it played out, you know what I mean? Like it honestly sad for
Do
me.
you feel like it was a waste of time?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. That I would say that relationship, we had our differences, we had our struggles, um, different problems, but it shaped me into who I am today, for
Right.
real.
So who are you today, girl? Let's talk about that. Are you
I'm pregnant
Kayla
today.
who don't take no BS?
Yeah, no, for real. Like I don't, and you know, I'm currently in another relationship and
Okay.
5.5 months pregnant now. Um,
Congrats, girl.
and like I like when we first got together, I told her I'm not arguing with you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm not gonna curse you out. I'm not going through your phone. Like the stuff that I did in my previous relationship in my marriage,
Right.
like that stuff would drive you crazy. Like going through someone's phone, like
Who wants to do that?
right, who wants to do that? But you always have like that feeling in, like the back of your mind, like oh, I gotta know if he's
That
cheating on,
woman intuition.
right. And 9 times out of 10 you're right.
Oh yes.
9 times out of 10 you're right. So it's just like, why even bother? I'm not doing that. If you want to do that, go ahead, do you. Everything will come to light eventually.
Exactly. And
Just know,
honestly, nobody has time for that. You know how good it feels going to bed knowing that nobody's doing you wrong?
yeah,
Don't it feel so good? Like, you're not
it
up
do.
at night trying to find him or find what he's doing. You're going to sleep peacefully. Like,
Right.
I don't even care. You're somebody else problem. You're not my problem anymore. I'm in a new situation. So in this new situation, did you bring your baggage from the old one to this one?
A
And
little
when
bit.
I say baggage, I'm talking about your the insecurities that you developed in that relationship and stuff like that.
I would say a little bit. And what I brought as far as like baggage goes would have to be my trust issues.
Yeah.
And it's hard, but like I said, I gotta take it one day at a time.
Right.
I'm not going through your phone. I'm not. He got an iPhone anyway, so I don't even know how to get into that.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You probably be like, babe, do the Face ID, and then when he sleep.
No. Mm-mm. And he sleep light too. So everything that I was doing, like finding out the dirt with my previous relationship,
Yeah,
while he was sleeping like a rock,
you can't do it this time.
I can't do that now because I'm moving to bed and he's like, huh?
What
Like,
you
dang, I know. Where you going? But yeah, no, I'm not. But yeah, I would say I brought my trust issues into this relationship, and I'm working on it, and I'm really working on it because I see that he really loves me,
Oh,
and
I'm
I
so
know he
happy.
does.
I'm so
And I
happy for
know,
you.
thank you, and I know he does. So I'm trying not to let my past relationships interfere with the relationship that I'm in now.
You trying not to sabotage it,
Trying
but
not to sabotage. Yes,
yeah, you gotta enjoy your blessing. You have to
I'm
enjoy your
trying.
blessing.
People being nosy.
Is that him?
No,
I
it's
would
my
say.
cousin.
Oh, yes, but like I was saying, you have to enjoy your blessing. Enjoy your
Yeah,
blessing
definitely.
because that's exactly what it is. No, but what the reason why I wanted you up here because I feel like your story will encourage other ladies. I understand how hard it is to walk away from certain situations and to move
Hmm.
forward. And what I love about your situation is that you came out on top. You know, like some women crawl, like some people deal with things differently, but some women wouldn't be able to handle this. And the
Yeah,
fact that you got up like a grown woman and said, "I got to take care of my business. We're divorcing. I have to take care of my kids." You finally moved by yourself, right?
girl. I don't know what is this? Who wants to be a single parent? Girl,
But you made it work. And honestly,
I
a lot
know.
of women stay in relationships just because, they don't want to be a single parent.
Mhm.
And that was one of the reasons why I stayed in a relationship. I was like, I don't want to, I don't want to raise my child by myself.
Mhm.
It's your job to help. And that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why a lot of women try to make things work. So the fact that you got up and said, okay, I'm done. Let me walk away. That situation was not healthy for me. It's very commendable. Like I commend you on that.
Thank you.
So what's next for you? Like what's next for you? I mean, you're due in what, 4 months?
I'm due November 19th, so it's coming up.
Right around the corner. So
Yeah.
are you mentally prepared? Like are you in a happy space right now?
Mentally prepared, yes. I mean, this is number 4. After you have the first one, it's a breeze.
You used to it now.
Yes, I'm used to it. Used to not getting sleep. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I did want to ask you one more question.
Mhm.
Going back to when you said it kind of made you want to commit suicide. I know that's
Mhm.
a big thing in today's society.
Mhm.
So what is it that made you not go through with that?
Um, I don't think I actually was. I don't think I actually was cutting with the intention of killing myself.
Okay, it was
I
just a
think
pain reliever, maybe.
I think it was more so like a cry for help.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, I still have the scars on my wrist. So I mean, I think it was a cry for help. And afterwards, when you know my cuts were fresh and they were in the healing process, it was kind of embarrassing for other people to see that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because to me, not taken away from anyone who has mental health issues or who has thought about committing suicide or even
Right.
attempted it, but to me, it made me feel like I was weak. That I decided to take or was thinking about, taking the easy way out. You know what I mean?
I know
So
exactly what you mean.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did not decide to do that, and I'm glad you're
Yeah.
still. Well, I'm glad you stopped cutting yourself and stuff like that, and is in a better state of mind in
Yes.
today. So Kayla, thank you for coming on with us and sharing your story. I actually feel like it's going to be encouraging for a lot of ladies that's in situations like that and can't move forward.
Yeah.
I basically wanted you up here to share that because it shows how you can be in something toxic and move on and you will be blessed with someone who's level-headed as you and think the same way and treat you like the queen that you are.
Yeah.
Also, I like the fact that your mindset changed, and now you know your worth and you know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate, and how you're not going to backstep and go into another relationship like that. So it's definitely a teachable moment.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on and sharing that. I know it's very personal, and also I know you have a busy schedule as well. So thank you for coming up here and allowing me to share your story for the ladies. So
thank you for having me.
hey, look at you thanking me for having you. Okay, that's the first time I'm like, okay, thank you, girl. All right, you have a great rest of your evening.
You too.
Bye-bye. So, sis, tell me what's your plan?